like everybody wants to know this, right? Like, where are the lowest fees when it comes to crypto?
Yeah, for sure.
Today, we're gonna, deep dive into that a little bit and see if we can uncover some good stuff for you guys today.
Sounds good.
I mean, nobody wants to lose their crypto to crazy fees, right?
Nobody wants to give away their Bitcoin.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard enough to make gains in this market, right?
That's right.
And you definitely don't want to be giving it away to, fees on exchanges.
Right.
So the research that you sent over for today's deep dive, it doesn't actually name any specific exchanges.
Right.
It's more conceptual, right? It's more like a sort of an overview of how fees work.
Right.
But, I think that's cool. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it actually allows us to sort of explain a little bit more about why, there isn't just one exchange.
Right.
You can't just go to Google and be like, hey, Google, what's the cheapest exchange? And it spits out an answer for you.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, it's way more nuanced than that. And it is something that a lot of people ask, what's the cheapest exchange? But there are so many different factors that, come into play.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. I
Yeah.
mean, let's talk about the different types of fees. Like what are we dealing with here?
Yeah. So, I mean, the first one is the most obvious. Every exchange is going to have some sort of trading fee.
Right.
And that's what they make their money on.
so-
And it can be anywhere from, 0.1% to, sometimes even more.
Wow.
But, there are all sorts of different things that go into it. It's based on volume, the exchange itself, like how popular it is.
So like if I'm a whale and I'm trading like, $1 million a day, I'm going to get a lower fee than if I'm just, buying $100 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah, typically that's how it works. So yeah, and then, I mean, on top of the trading fees, you have deposit fees.
Right.
So if you're bringing money into an exchange.
So that's before I even start trading.
Right.
I got to pay to put the money on the exchange.
And sometimes there are some exchanges that don't have them.
Okay.
But that's something to watch out for. A lot of times they'll, have a promotion where they don't have them for the first month or something.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And then, yeah, you have withdrawal fees. So when you want to take your crypto off of the exchange, and this is the one that can really get you.
Right.
Because some exchanges have really, really high withdrawal fees and some are lower.
Oh, wow.
It also depends on the crypto.
What do you mean?
Like Bitcoin is typically the cheapest.
Okay.
And then the further down the list you go, like, if you get into really, really obscure altcoins,
Right.
then, those fees can really add up.
So it's almost like, with Bitcoin, since it's so established and so liquid, it's kind of like, I don't know, like using the US dollar or something.
Right.
Where it's pretty easy to move around and it's pretty cheap to move around.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're dealing with like, some coin that nobody's ever heard of and there's not a lot of liquidity or whatever, then it's more expensive.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So it sounds like, there's really no way to just look at an exchange and be like, oh, this one's cheap, this one's expensive.
Yeah. And the problem is that sometimes they don't make it super obvious.
Oh, really?
Like they'll have like really low trading fees.
Right.
And then you go to withdraw and you're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So you really have to do your research and read the fine print. Look at, there are some websites that compare fees.
Yeah.
Like side by side.
Right.
And those are good to look at.
So what's like a good strategy for someone, who's new to crypto, who's trying to figure out like, okay, where do I start? Where do I go?
Well, first you want to think about what you're going to use it for, right? Like
Okay.
what what cryptos are you going to be trading?
Right.
How often are you going to be trading?
Right.
Are you going to be using your bank account or are you going to be using a credit card?
Right.
Because all those things can affect the fees.
Right. Okay.
So once you have a good idea of that, then you can start comparing,
Okay.
Different exchanges and seeing like, okay, well, this one's better for this one's better for that.
Okay.
And then don't forget about security. I mean, that's so important.
Right.
There are some exchanges that have been hacked.
Right.
And people have lost all their money.
Yeah.
So, you want to make sure that the exchange that you're using is reputable. that they have good security practices,
Right.
that they've been around for a while.
So do your research, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I think this has been a really helpful overview. There's a lot to consider here, and I think the takeaway is that you really have to do your homework.
Yeah, really do.
You can't just jump in and be like, oh, I'm going to go with this one because it looks cheap.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it than that, but with a little bit of research, a little bit of digging around, you can definitely find an exchange that's going to work for you and that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So that's our deep dive on crypto exchange fees. Thanks for joining us. I hope you learned something today.
Of course.
And, the crypto world is constantly evolving, so make sure you stay informed and keep doing your research.
Definitely.
The exchange that's the cheapest today might not be the cheapest tomorrow.
All right.
So, just stay on top of it and you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.